Okay, so we're back on our shit yet again. I promise this is not this is not of my wants or will. But someone responded to my year later video. That part. So the person that responded to me, ignore the ad block thing. It's been harassing me all day. Yes, I use ad block for myself. Because why the fuck not? But yeah, I want to go down to this comment here by Caroline. I don't give a fuck what these two people say. Caroline, first of all, this is a jab at you, and pretty much everyone involved. It's not my fault that your actions make you look like shit. But anyways, basically, I released my video, I think it was about a week ago now. Hold on, I can check with my phone, hold on. Okay, so if we go by weeks and not weekends, yeah, I put out my video 1 year later, 5 days ago. 5 days ago, as of this point. And you know what, for the first time in a long time, I'm excited to respond to this video. There's been another that's been made on me by KosmikTym. Can't keep my name out of his fucking mouth. But you know what, if he's got that much of a crush on me, not my problem. I'm just a happily engaged girly. Let's get straight into this. And before we do start, this is a blind reaction, so I hope that I don't get too triggered, if that makes sense, because I'm hearing this person's voice for the first time in a while. So forgive me if I have a little bit of a whoa kind of reaction, but anyways, let's get into it.
And this video just so happens to be a Cosmic video.
A me video.
This Cosmic video said 1 year later.
Yeah.
1 year later is so pathetic. Let's get into
it. Wait. Huh? Okay, so in terms of that comment, it's like, sister, I need a minute to form my thoughts. Hold on. I mean, sister, you can sit here and, again, I might eat my words because this is half an hour. I don't know if I'm gonna eat my words with this, but you still have not responded to the Google document that I put out in March. 4 days before I started my job at where I work. And you still haven't tried to debunk those accusations. It's not my fault that your actions make you look like shit. I don't even know what to say. Why is it? Wait. I'm having a little bit of a confusion episode right now, because why is it that small? Why is my video that small? Babes, are you afraid of me copyright striking you? I'm not gonna do it. Feel free to make it bigger or whatever. Just some advice. Alright, just some advice. I had a full 10 seconds where I was like... I still cackle about that. Was it divorce court thing? Where she was called out on something. Like, her face is just like... I need to make that a reaction, bitch.
Yeah, I forgot how annoying these videos can be.
Why you reacted to it then? Wait. So why are you reacting to it then? Come on now, sister, do better. If you find my video, you know, annoying, like, sister, don't react to it then. Simple as, sister. The fuck?
I'm not gonna respond to everything because some of it's just stupid. So
some of it's just stupid. Okay. I'm excited. I'm 50 seconds in now. I haven't even gotten a minute in and I've already spoke so much. Oh my lord. It's been 5 minutes since I pressed record. Oh my goodness. Sister, I'm excited for these next minutes.
respond to as much as I want to.
Okay, fair.
Some of it, I'll just say, oh, go watch the other video because I talked about it already.
Okay, fair. Because I did say.
My last video, that was the end.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can agree with this. Because I also did the same in my video.
So a year later, apparently. And apparently another year later, because there was 2 years later. Because you have to keep dragging out stuff that was dead to keep relevant.
Oh, okay, hold on.
And it shows in your views and how the fact I haven't had your name in a year.
Okay, shall we go back to your views?
And for some reason, you have the need to insert yourself back to something that you say yourself you don't want to be part of. And there's
Insert myself back into something that I said that I don't want to be a part of. I wanted it to end all the way back in April, and y'all kept it pushing. It's not my fault y'all kept on pushing. And it's not my fault that you... And again, I don't know from this person if they're going to respond to this. Alright, I don't know if they're ever going to respond to the Google Doc that I made. It's not my fault you made a entire whole claim from your booty hole that you whacked on the internet about me not caring if my sister killed herself. Girl, it's not my fault that you left that accusation up there. I'm allowed to debunk that as many times as I want. Because what the fuck do you mean you're trying to make false accusations about suicide and situations revolving around suicide? Huh?
there's some stuff you say that's just highly inaccurate about me in this video, and somehow
Do
I
I?
still can't believe that you don't know that much about me. We knew each other.
I'm surprised you don't know that much about me either,
You should know
baby.
a lot about me. I know a lot about how you act.
Oh.
Sadly.
Oh.
Very, very sadly.
So this is negative information, okay?
I'm gonna be going for a while, so let's just...
Yeah, let's keep it moving, baby. Also, whilst I am here, I'm going to take the time to lift myself up, literally, and use the microphone like an actual Love you, girl. microphone. Hey, hey! Oh shit, my glasses! No! Right, get here, you fucking pair of bitches. Right, clock that on my face. I don't like that I can see myself. Why is this being involved? Or the Twitter. Oh my lord. Okay, I've just got off the Twitter. Good. I promise there's a point to this video.
I think the point of this video is to be as annoying as you possibly can be. And you're
Oh, wait. They weren't finished.
succeeding very easily because they're just passively annoying. This video...
Then why are you watching? Note how I haven't made a single point, like, a single negative point about their video right now. I've only mentioned the comment. Okay. Class is needed.
Video is not going to be me responding to stuff seriously for the most part. It'll be mostly me poking fun at the fact that this video even had to be made. Just want you all to know that going forward.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll say, okay, look, time to respond seriously.
Okay.
Sometimes
I'll
I
wait for
laugh
those.
at the asinine statements made.
Asinine.
Specifically, it's about me, or people I know. Because she doesn't use names in this video, because she's a snake.
Wait! First it was narcissist, now it's snake. Pick a side, bitch! Like, pick a side. Am I a snake or am I a narcissist? Am I both? Am I neither? From what I'm seeing and from what I'm hearing, apparently I'm both. Like, y'all were so quick because the lady commented under here. I'm gonna bring it up once again. Y'all were so quick in like October of 2022 to call her a snake. Oh, sorry. No. I mean January of 2023. And y'all were so quick to go on this girl's ass until this situation happened between me and y'all. And suddenly y'all have made amends with this girl. Suddenly. And this is what I mean. If y'all don't know, I have this theory. And this is just a theory. I'm not confirming nor denying, despite what I may have seen or heard. This is alleged. That when I fall out with people, they go to other people that I've fallen out with and start trying to tag team me, essentially. Whether indirectly or directly. So take that as you will. I'm just saying, things like that have happened over the past, let me count. 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2017, when I was still a baby on this platform. Wait, 2018, 2019, since I started my YouTube journey as what was supposed to be a gaming content creator, but I guess we've evolved since then.
It her for as long as I did. But I don't mean the entire friendship. I mean, towards the end, I tolerated a lot of stuff she did.
Like what, girl?
I did. Still don't know why. A year later.
Wait. What did I do other than sit here and remove you from my life when you were clearly trying to poke the bear with me? That's what I want to know. What was I doing there? What was I... Is this about the October 2023 stuff when I literally just sat there and asked the person about the... That's a whole other story. Oh my lord. Like, what do you mean near the end of our friendship? Like, I need a definite time point, because as far as I'm concerned, you didn't consider me a friend at the time where we fell out, in your opinion. Your brother told me that much. I don't know if they're still going by your brother or whatever. Live your life, I suppose. But, like, that comment clearly showed me that we weren't friends. Y'all were the ones who made it abundantly clear at that point. That wasn't my doing. That was y'all's doing. Yeah, y'all on the internet thought that was a serve. I blame y'all. Let's get into it again and continue. Oh boy.
Yeah. It's in the past. That's how I viewed it. It was over. Done. Dealt with. That's not how she feels, apparently.
And mentally I am doing a lot better. There are still points. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. Did they like bass boost this? Journey. Cause I know I wasn't that loud. Of healing, as people would say, or repairing. Cause it did more so. This feels more so like repairing than healing, which I guess is the same fucking thing. People call it different things and I get confused, alright? Some people call it healing, some people call it fucking repairing. What do I call it? Cosmicking, bitch. Like, genuinely. Yeah. That's a new term for the trauma community. Cosmicking. Repairing and healing. Combine it together. Y'all tell it, Bible girl!
Exactly. Roughly 20 minutes after this clip. There will be an advance that I will be talking about.
I ran.
She gets upset about us calling her narcissistic. The jokes write themselves, guys. I don't have to do anything. There's just such easy content.
Microphone decided to do that to me. Hi, sorry if I sound a little different. My mic had that cable issue again. But the jokes kind of write themselves. Just gonna play a clip right now. I'm just gonna say the jokes write themselves. And I feel comfortable with what happened last night, with you sitting here and going, oh, I'm going to expose every fucked up thing, trying to make a smear campaign. I have no qualms with calling you a narcissist like you've called me a narcissist for months now. I have no qualms with doing that. I have no qualms with doing that. The jokes write themselves.
Like, I don't even know if it's worth it. It's such low-hanging fruit, so I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna bookmark it and bring it up again later.
Okay. Because with all of those people that cut me off or I fell out with, I don't feel like they valued me so much as they valued being correct and right on things.
I value people as much as they value me. Probably more so in some cases.
Right.
A lot of this stuff, I'd say, valued you a lot more than you valued me.
Really?
Use it as an example.
Okay.
When you stop doing drama videos, if I didn't value you as a person, I would stop talking to you then, because I would have gained nothing from you because we no longer make the same type of content. No, instead, I gave you free content idea. I gave you an entire series of videos we both could work on that you could upload to help support you.
But why would I need your support?
I put so much effort into our friendship, and you put essentially nothing into it.
Oh, okay, so, this live streams and shit all the way back in 2020, 2021, etc, etc. Okay, that didn't mean shit. Me, in terms of the drama stuff that we're essentially talking about, that you're trying to make a point about, let's use that as an example. Me inviting you into group chats and adding you into group chats to talk to these people that I was dealing with as well alongside me. Me going out of my way when I saw that Caroline had blocked Joel in October of 2000. Was it October or November? I can't remember, it's been that long. But me going out of my way to essentially go for her because she had attacked one of my at the time friends. Me defending you to the high heaven. Me sitting here after October of 2023 where I should have cut you off, still trying to build that friendship back up. That you clearly stated that apparently we weren't friends at that point. Well, your brother did, but your brother said we, so I'ma assume that that meant you too. Because you ain't denied that shit. Anyways, like, it's one thing to sit here and say, oh, I gave so much into this relationship or friendship. It's another to bring up examples that are completely outside this whole circle, you know what I mean? Because what I was referring to was the 2025 and 2024 stuff and a little bit of the 2023 stuff. The content ideas, I believe, in fact, can I go to my DMs real quick? Give me a sec. Discord, why have you made it so hard to find the block list now? So the last message that I received from this person was 3/5/24. And that was March the 5th. And I'm going through right now, just unlocking the block messages. I say unlocking, but boom. The last conversation we had from March 5th, 2024, all the way through to October the 5th, when we fell out on Discord, essentially. Because I'm going to consider that now the end of our friendship, since that's, I assume, what they considered. You can see here, 10/5/23. So that's the 5th of October 2023 when the stuff kicked off on, that. But for me, it was the 4th of October that kicked off. They just messaged me after the fact on the 5th, literally midnight for me. So it would have still been the 4th of October. They said, hey, so I'ma just offer a talk to put down any beef between us. And again, my sister sat there and told me in call, don't do it, right? And to be honest, I wasn't going to do it either, because I know exactly what these people were like in calls and such. That's why I didn't join their Discord server when they were trying to go on alt accounts. And I'm not saying it's this person specifically, I'm saying people around them were offering the Discord server link to this person's server. That's why I sat here and just didn't. Like, we did talk so much, right? From before October 5th, 2023, about Homestuck, about stuff like that. I'm not gonna show the sensitive stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna show the sensitive stuff because I can respect someone's privacy. I'm just gonna leave them as blog messages. They were talking about someone that they know in our DMs. But after October the 5th, I assume that's where they sort of imagined the friendship ending. Because I didn't respond to that. Even though I was in voice calls multiple times from October to April. Around these people, mind you. I think the better question is, why didn't you say sorry at that point? Like, what you could clearly, see and tell that I was a little hurt that you went after me when I didn't do shit in October other than ask a question. Like, babes, why? Why did you not say... And this is what I mean about the drama stuff. From October the 5th to March the 5th, I made a 4-hour stream on Seeing Kim, and he's someone who made another video, right? And they asked, do I have my Herobrine stuff still? They used their first name. But they wanted the videos that I released on another channel of mine, on Herobrine. And that's a full, like you had from October to March to come to me in DMs if you wanted to repair this friendship that you and your people clearly considered gone at that point. You had all of that time to do that, and you chose not to. My point being is that, yes, you sat there and gave me video ideas that I respectfully went, no thank you, I'm alright. But don't act as if you weren't, like, by the time our friendship, in my eyes, ended, don't act like you weren't obsessed with drama around me. Because you were asking about Herobrine, right? Who I had not spoken to since, like, December of that, like, 2023. Like, Diva, this is giving, I couldn't apologize, so I'm just gonna make more of a mess. This ain't cute. Like, it's not on me if you're the one who came for me to sit here and suddenly apologize to you for coming for me for no reason whatsoever. For me, like, what, asking a question? It ain't my fault at that point. Sorry. Like, that's not on me, sister. That's not on me. And yes, we did speak a lot before that sort of, like, I suppose argument is what I considered it to be, so I just left it. They were still in Discord servers with me. They could have come to me at any time, you know, if like they wanted to say sorry or whatever. They chose not to. That's on them. That ain't on me. Because as far as I'm concerned, I didn't have to apologize for that. Because guess what, Mimi? I was asking a damn question. Like, yeah, sure, I'll apologize for asking a question and clearing up confusion that I thought y'all were having. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll apologize for that. Maybe I should have not asked the question, and then maybe things wouldn't have gotten as bad as they did. Oh. And a couple of people have told me, girl, you should have cut these people off at that point. It shows that it took until April for me to have to block them and remove them from my life. I was still giving them a chance to apologize, to start building that relationship back up. But no, from that comment that was said to me in a bloody, I forget his name, Pigeon, I think it was, in Pigeon's server, that comment that I've already gone by the way, but I'm just gonna say it for the sake of it. It's telling that you, like, that message was written and you didn't deny it. You didn't go, well, actually, that's only how you feel. And I'm not saying you have to control your people or whatever. I'm just saying it's very telling that from the months of October to March 2024, you didn't message me with anything, right? Unless it was drama related. Like, am I the only one seeing this?
And that's just a fact. I valued you a lot more than you valued
Did
me.
you? Okay.
That's not an opinion, that is a fact.
Okay, so
Anybody
this is
who
a fact.
It was both. Besides maybe the circle jerk you went with, because they all sucked your metaphorical cock.
Oh?
Will agree with what I'm saying.
Oh?
That I put out my neck a lot more for you than you did for me.
Did I? Or did you, sorry?
And that stays the same with everyone who you interact with in the group.
Oh, in the
The moment they
group.
stop being of value to you, it no longer matters. You are.
What? Huh? Wait, so this just comes off as someone who's bitter that they got erased from my life. Good riddance at this point. Christ. Like, Diva, do you not get how... I don't even have the words for it. How disgusting this comes across? On like, as in people looking at you. How disgusting of you this comes across. But like... I'm just gonna out some names. Flutterio has no use for me. Or, you know, vice versa, and we still talk. Ben Maza and I have no use for each other, and we still talk. I'm gonna name someone else as well. Me and Turbo. Hi, Turbo. You're probably gonna watch this. Sorry for the drop. Me and Turbo have nothing of, like, of use to each other. And we still are friends. Why is it about the use of someone when clearly from October to March, if we're to go by your logic, you didn't have no use for me. You didn't have no use for me beyond drama. The fuck? Like, is that genuinely how people view my friendships? Or is this just a convenient way to vilify me? Because I could pull many people who I fell out with in terms of, I don't know, sorry for more name drops. One of them being Crispy, who I fell out with. Like, our friendship didn't end because I didn't have a use for them. Our friendship ended at the time because I misunderstood something that I did not stand by. And we resolved that. And bear in mind, it took them reaching out to me because They clearly knew they had done me wrong, regardless of the misunderstanding. It took them speaking about me publicly, sitting here and being the realest bitch ever. Being like, yeah, we may have fallen out, but boom, boom, boom. And to this day, may I remind everyone, Crispy is the only one who's done that. Crispy's the only one who has genuinely gone, you know what, I was wrong. Publicly. To Cosmic. She's not this weirdo that y'all paint her as. She's not this villain that y'all paint her as. And through that, I was able to see that, oh, you're a real bitch. Alright. It's not my fault that your actions painted you as shit in my mind. Because how are you gonna sit here, go after me for an entire what was an evening for me, and then act like you ain't done nothing wrong, or that we both did stuff wrong, when all I wanted was for that to end. Like actual psychotic behavior. And even in March, I was nice to them. I was respectful to them in March. It took the situation in April where I found out, oh, these people don't really, they never considered me a friend, apparently. As according to one of those people. For me to go and finally cut them off, because I'm sorry. You were constantly prodding me and poking me that day. And it was clear what you were trying to do. And you know what, bitch? You got what you wanted, I suppose. You got what you wanted. Like, I don't think anyone, like, I'm still good friends with, not to name drop. Actually, I won't name drop. I'm still good with a friend of mine. And we don't, like, if I had no use for this person, I would have just gotten rid of them. Actually, let me just name drop. One of my oldest friends, LJ, who used to be called Laron, right? We haven't made content together. We haven't sat here and done anything together for years. In terms of content, YouTube, this, that, and the other. We still talk. We're still friends. Granted, it's a low maintenance relationship / friendship at this point. But we're still friends. Like, your perception of how I view friendships is just dead wrong. Sorry. As you said, that's not an opinion. That's a fact, baby. That's a fact. You're the one who muffed up our relationship as friends. I don't know what else to tell you. You're the one who did that, sis. You're the one who did that. Not my fault. Anyways.
And I should have realized that a lot sooner.
Yeah, so should I. I should have realized why. I should have realized a lot sooner.
It. And I really wish I did. Because then I would have thrown you out sooner.
Yeah, I wish yeah, I agree with them. If I had known how much they didn't value me beyond clearly the drama at that point from October onwards, then I would have just cut them off sooner. I was still hopeful that this friendship of ours would build up again. Kind of sad that it ended up just derailing and devolving. But yeah, I wish I had realized a lot sooner as well, babes. Wish I had realized a lot sooner. I wish I had as well. So, T, I think I'm gonna have to edit this in. But if I haven't said it yet, I can't even remember their point that they made there, because I went to 7 minutes and I was babbling at that point. Shall we just continue, girls?
And I should have realized that a lot sooner.
Yeah, I should have realized. I should have realized to cut you off a lot sooner as well. And there's a point that I was babbling on about that comes up in a sec. But because I had stopped the recording because of my mic issues, I had sat there and essentially completely cut that out in terms of my microphone and my recording stuff. So I'm gonna listen to it again, and we're going to, play it again.
Yeah, that's it. And I really wish I did, because then I would have thrown you out sooner.
Same. Like, I just don't think that the friendship that I had with people, and certainly the family dynamics that I had with people, were genuine. I feel like with friendships, I was only around as sort of like a commodity because I dealt with drama back then, because I was in a lot of drama. I think we can all admit that. We all saw 2023 and 2022 and 2021 and 2020. Like, I feel like I was kept around because there was a lot of drama. And I still do. Differing opinion from these people. It was Operation Fuck Cosmic Over kind of deal. True. You know what I mean?
Now, I could be petty. I could go to a lot of my friends who I know, ask them how often we argue about stuff. Because we don't agree. And they give me answers. Probably recorded answers. You could probably hear a lot of people's voices in this video if I did.
So why not provide that, girl? Also, not recording the conversations with friends. I don't know if they even knew that they were being recorded. I know that's their tea to discuss, not mine, but recording a friendship conversation about something that you argued about. See, if I had gone into these calls and, like, lo and behold, recorded stuff, baby, there would have been every check. You know what? I'm not even gonna finish that thought. I'm not even gonna finish that thought, actually. Stop. You nasty little bitch. I know exactly what I was about to say. We ain't going that route. Like, personally, I feel like this is a minimization of what actually happened between us, because there were months in between us genuinely interacting from October to March. There were times in between that in my server. I have the channel deleted now, sadly. But there are screenshots out there where you sat there and went after someone in my server once or twice, and you went after me, and that's documented. But after our friendship in October, there was this weird energy, like this weird, like, something's off kind of thing, you know what I mean? And again, it's really up to this person to have said sorry, because what the fuck do you mean that I'm the one having to apologize to you and have to call you and have to be the bigger person in this, when one, I'm younger than you, which is what you like to use against me for, say, my sister and stuff like that. Like, one, you're older than me. You should be the one who's more mature, in my opinion, right? But that's just me. You're like, what, 27, gonna be 28 soon? I feel like that's something that you need to hold yourself responsible for. Sorry. But yeah, there's that. And then there's also the fact that if you felt like our friendship, in terms of at that point, had ended, or that I was doing anything wrong in between those months that you personally didn't like, or hell, the accusation that you sat there and made. And yes, I'm gonna bring it up because that's a very big thing. The thing that happened in November of 2022, you didn't come to me. You didn't come to me and and go, Cosmic, I think this is wrong, like I would have with you. Like I clearly voiced to you in October of 2023 when I said, I think you're just carrying this on for the sake of carrying this on in my server, and it's not happening, is I think one of the things that I said. I know I definitely expressed my grievances about that night to you. Like, you cannot come for me when you have done your big one over there. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't help your case at all either that after our friendship did end, to me at least, in April, right? Because I thought our friendship ended in April, but clearly looking back on the message that was sent by your brother, must have ended in October of 2023. Even though that's not definitively stated, but it's pretty obvious what that message was saying. Given the Twitter stuff that you were saying where you were constantly going for me and making up false shit about me, like, I didn't throw around fake things that you had apparently not done. I showed the people, and the people decided, alright? It's not my fault that your actions make you look like shit. And in the case of the false accusation, it's not my fault that when I show a 30-page Google document to the world about that situation, they think you're a piece of shit. It's not my fault you took that entire thing out of context, alright? And then tried to paint me out as the bad one in that situation in, like, May, I think it was. Also, not to be that girl, but a real ass bitch, a real ass friend, doesn't sit here and condone one of their friends, because I had fallen out with that friend at that time, making basically traced artwork, alright? And I'm still gonna go on about that, alright? Nothing ain't gonna stop me, honey bear, alright? Like, it's not my fault that the shit that you did made you look bad. Like, girl, please, be so for real. Be so fucking for real.
I'm not gonna though. Because it's irrelevant.
Then why bring it up? wait. If it's irrelevant, I said irrelevant, sorry. Irrelevant, why bring it up? Girl, why bring it up? Why bring it up if it's irrelevant? I'm gonna, because they might have, because I did pause it in the middle of a sentence. Sorry, let's see what they say beyond that point. I'm gonna try and not pause.
Because it's documented. The
Then show
fact that
it!
you argue with people and then continue hanging out with them is documented. Just because
Then
we
show it!
disagree on something and we have a heated argument does not mean we're no longer friends.
Then tell me what that message was about. Because clearly that's the way you all thought. You didn't deny it, you just went along with it. Like, I find it funny that whenever someone, I guess, disagrees with you, it turns into a heated argument. Like what? Does your ego need to be stroked that badly? Diva, I've accepted that I've been wrong in life on many things. Doesn't have to devolve to an argument. Someone last week came up to me and told me a fact that I got on wrong about a country. That didn't devolve into an argument. That turned into, okay, tell me more. Why do you disagree, this, that, and the other? There was no argument. For you, I feel like it has to be, oh, I'm right, and if you don't agree with this, you're wrong, and you should feel bad, when that's not the case. And I believe I said, as well, you know, giving them credit when we, like, had a little bit of a disagreement one time. Because we've had many disagreements, many little disagreements. This one was probably the first big one in October of 2023. But we've had many smaller disagreements where I've sat there and said something, they've gone, oh, and I've gone, like, I remember one instance where I was like, well, you're not wrong many times, but you're wrong now. You know what I mean? Like, Diva, like, I feel like there needs to be some self-reflection, some real deep inner healing here, because there's genuinely someone here who is bitter. And to be honest, I moved on from a lot of the stuff. If I hadn't have moved on, I wouldn't have sat there and focused on my gaming stuff. That video that I made that you're responding to is purely for my own self, to show myself how far I came. Like, why are you pressed about it? If this is irrelevant, if this is stupid. And it's not even the fact that I made that video. When I made that doc in March 2025, you know, defending myself from the one thing that did genuinely piss me off, you sat there and threatened to make a video. And I don't know if this is the video, but I'm still waiting for that video if there's one gonna be coming down the road. Also, can we talk about the fact that so far, and I don't know, they might have spoken about it again in the latter half of this video. We're only 8 minutes into this, Jesus Christ, and I've already like babbled for a combined total of 30 minutes because I just, girl, what? Girl, I need to show an editing thing of the raw footage. But like, girl, be so fucking for real.
Disagree on something and we have a heated argument does not mean we're no longer friends. That has never been the case, and it will never be the case. It's the case for you because your ego refuses to allow you to be wrong.
Oh?
I don't care if I'm wrong when it comes to an argument with my friends.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure you don't care if you're wrong? If you didn't care you were wrong, you wouldn't have sat there and gotten so bitter to the point where you made up a lie about me in 2024. If you didn't care that you were wrong in 2023, you would have sat there and apologized, but it seems like you're physically incapable of doing that. I did not receive, as far as I'm aware, one singular apology for going into my server after you got basically removed from another server and continuing the shit over there in my server. And when I told you not to do that and get that out of my server, you sat there and decided to throw a hissy fit at me. And then when that all ends and it's clear that I'm very distressed about that, you sit here and message me with this passive aggressive as fuck message saying, let's talk about how we both did something wrong. Like, bitch, what did I do? What did I do in October? Other than sit here, stand my ground, and ask a question to clear some, like, things up for the people I thought were confused. No, this is a minimization of what happened between us. This is a minimization. They're routing it to, sorry, I need to compose my words. They're routing what I have said and what I have, you know, spoken on as, oh, she just doesn't want to admit that she's wrong. I believe in my video, I said I was wrong about a few things. Did I not say that? On Twitter, I've said that where like that I'm wrong on things. I've had conversations where I'm like, oh yeah, fair, I'm wrong here. I'm pretty sure I've done that, and that hasn't devolved into someone throwing a hissy fit, trying to provoke the other person for what was essentially mung. That didn't devolve to that. That devolved to, okay, I'm wrong, let's discuss it, let's talk about it. People can vouch, and they probably will at some point. I'll probably ask them. But with Flutterio, for example, sorry for naming you, girl, I've had a disagreement with her before. A lot of disagreements with her, actually, where we've talked about it, we've admitted that one of us is wrong, and we've just moved on from it. You sat there and threw a hissy fit on October the 4th, 2023. And then after that, you sat there for months poking and prodding in my Discord server and passive aggressively. And then when I finally respond to it and get you out of my life, you start a smear campaign about me. Like, if anyone's ego was hurt by this entire situation, I think it's yours, my love. Like, I haven't sat here and tried to use family situations against this person. They did that to me. I responded and defended myself. I didn't sit here and say use whenever their brother fell out with them as a thing to go after them for. I sat there and had a falling out with my sister, and this person capitalized on it and decided to start spewing lies about me because they saw that me and my sister had fallen out. For the record, we fell out over my sister attacking my husband on Twitter. I told them to stop. They sat there and went, I'll do what I want. And I went, well, since you're gonna be like that, I'll do what I want and remove you until you can apologize to me. Or him, I think I said. And then I just didn't speak about it publicly for a few hours until they spoke about it. And all of a sudden, I'm the bad one. Jesus.
It's that I am wrong, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, and I told you at a certain point before the October stuff, like, you're right on a lot of things. But in that certain instance where you were wrong about something, I told you. I believe it was about Sonic Rush. Now that I'm recalling that conversation, I think it was about Sonic Rush, where I was speaking about Blaze and Sonic, and they were trying to make a point about that. And then I made my point, and it was clear they were wrong. And I went, well, it's rare that you're wrong, but in this instance you are. That's the extent of what I said. They're trying to paint it out as if I've done a similar situation to that, and that I've gone off the deep end, this, that, and the other. Like, no, bitch, I did not do that. And then they're saying my ego, oh, girl, get a grip. My ego, really? Have we resorted to that? When I finally stood up for myself and called you a narcissist, you sat there and wrote the most narcissistic response on Twitter? Oh, girl. And let's not even talk about when I released my original video in June. Their partner, I believe, I don't know if they're still, partners or whatever, judging by the comments under this, they are. Their partner sat there and went, I can't wait for Goget's video to come out so that they can kick her teeth in. That's insane! That's actually insane! But work, I guess, Diva. This was all about my ego, uh-huh.
Point is, again, you were the problem with that. I was okay. After I calmed down, I was like, okay, we'll have a conversation about it later, sure. And then that never happened.
Is this about the April thing? Because if this was about the April thing, no, girl, I blocked you from Discord and my Discord server. You still had those avenues to message me on Twitter, on Steam, on Skype even, I think. And instead of doing that, when I talk about the situation vaguely, I didn't mention any names or anything. I didn't mention the situation. They clearly could have just, ignored it. They sat there and quote tweeted it with the same images, essentially, or the GIFs that they used in the Discord server to provoke me. That wasn't you sitting down and calming down, babes. That was you sitting there and capitalizing on a fallout, trying to get a reaction from me. And well done, you got the reaction from me.
Because you were nuclear over a GIF.
Well, actually, it was over the fact that I was in the other server talking about Splatoon, living my life. Your brother commented, sitting here saying, well, you don't consider us friends, whatever the fuck that comment said, I can't remember, but I'll put it on screen, I suppose. I went, okay, so they don't consider me friends. And then I left that server after I said what I had said, and y'all came into my server and started passive-aggressively going for me. Mostly you at that point. And then I removed you from both my life and from Discord. And what did you do after that? You went on Twitter after I was vaguely tweeting about the situation, not mentioning names, not mentioning the exact same situation, or like the exact situation, sorry. You went and posted the gifs to the point where I responded and went, girl, bye. Do your big one, I think it was. I can't remember, but I know I blocked them eventually on Twitter. And even then, they had I found this out a few months ago, actually, because I still had them on my Xbox friends list. And I had to check my PC Xbox app and remove them. They still had that avenue! And let's not try to minimize it either by saying a GIF. First off, it was multiple GIFs. Second off, it was just after I had left another server because y'all were starting to come for me. Alright? Alright? Hey, yo, Paulie, get me an order of fucking bullshit. Like, I'm not the only one who spots this, right? This is a minimization of what's going on. And we're only like 9 minutes into this. I'm scared. It's been like, what, 2 hours for me? Mostly because of technical issues, but it's been 2 hours for me. Anyways, let's continue.
Just to let this again, by the way, this all started because of a disagreement me and Cosmic had.
No, baby. No, baby. This did not start from... Okay, so which one is it? The October situation or the April situation? Which one is it? Because if it was the April situation, this did not start, quote unquote, because I had a disagreement with your partner. I'll pull up the message again. This clearly started from y'all's perspective at this point. I don't know why I'm pointing up. It's clearly that way. That way. But this clearly started for y'all at that point, to the point where I went, oh, okay, so they don't consider me a friend. Left the server. And then y'all came to my server and started digging at me, to the point where I went, you know what? Out you go. And then y'all did your big ones on Twitter, calling me a bigot for using the word faggot, which, by the way, I'm entitled to. I've been called a faggot most of my life. I should have put a trigger warning there. Sorry. I've been called a faggot most of my life, right? And I did not use it on anybody else during that case, all right? The he, she, we, them vegan, vegetarian, non-binary tea is wild. It's wild. If y'all don't know that reference, it's Mistress Isabel Brooks' famous line. Buongiorno. I'm gonna put my wire there because it keeps slipping out. But yeah, just to reiterate, in case I did not end up doing it because my mic keeps cutting out because the cable keeps falling out. I've just pulled it onto my table, so it shouldn't fall out anytime soon. But it's because I'm pulling it toward me. I should do this every time. But this started because y'all provoked me and then sent that whack-ass message after I sat there and responded, and then I left the server, and then y'all went into basically my server, clearly just observing one person of y'all doing it, so then y'all could claim that not all of you were doing it, when it was very clear that the instant I responded to one of y'all, the others decided to pop up. And after I got rid of all of you collectively, because I knew that GoGet has access to their brother's account, they would have spoken through their brother's account at that point. There would have been screenshots of what I would have said, which, for the record, I pretty much said nothing after that point. My Discord server is relatively dormant. And after you got blocked on Twitter.com, you decided to insert yourself into a situation in April of 2025, or 24, sorry, of someone essentially stealing my art. Like, you inserted yourself into that, babes. That was nothing to do with you. And then you decided to insert yourself. Like... That's not act cute. And then when you got called out on that, trying to say that plagiarism is writing, not art, get it right, with the visual plagiarism thing, and I sat there and responded, you started schizo posting about me from what I remember, and I went, oh girl. And then when me and my sister fell out a day later, you sat there and schizo posted about me from that point until May, until pretty much June, until July. Kept on poking and poking and poking, and you know what? You got a reaction. So no, it did not just start from what you said, where you posted a GIF. No, baby, there's a lot more than that. Minimization be damned. The mini mushroom's gotta run for its money, girl. Sorry, I put that right up to my fucking mouth. Like, girl, the mini mushrooms from Mario have got a run for their money, girl. The minimization is crazy. Oh my god. The minimization is crazy.
And my brother. And then me sending gifts in Cosmic server.
So it was a GIF, and then it was GIFs. The fuck? So which one was it? Was it a GIF or was it GIFs? Like, which one was it? Like, how are we gonna say that it started because you posted a GIF, and then say, oh, it's because I posted GIFs? Yikes. Inconsistency.
These are the 3 cruxes. And the only thing I am involved in is sending gifts.
Oh no, babes, you did a lot more than that after we fell out. And you sat there and said passive aggressive shit, but that's just me. Like there was just a tiny bit more. The minimization goes crazy. Alright, the minimization goes crazy.
The only crime, quote unquote, I committed was
Where did I say they committed a crime?
a gift.
Where did I say they committed a crime? I think this is a metaphor for why I got rid of them. No, baby. I got rid of you because of the things that were leading up to and the result of you guys clearly not viewing me as a friend. Y'all were the ones to say it first, alright? And I made my verdict and response in my video based off of that message. Like, what do you mean, baby? What do you mean? Like, that message that I showed beforehand, that I'm probably going to show again, was posted a year ago. Like, I've had to do a whole year of rewind, see where things went wrong in terms of me and this person and our friendship, right? And they're probably gonna sit there and go, oh, well, it was my brother, so it wasn't me. Who's to say? Because I know that you have access to your brother's account and can use it anytime. You did it with Diane, if we remember that name. You did it with Diane in that server. You were using their phone. You were using their account to type. Who's to say it wasn't you? Who's to say it wasn't you? Who's to say it wasn't you? And I used that in terms of this because I didn't say anything about that last time, I don't think. But they would often, in Diane's server, Diane is someone, brony for life or whatever, do not really like them, but work girl. They sat there and used their brother's account to essentially talk to Diane. That ain't me, baby. That's you doing shit. So who's to say that message wasn't written by you? Who's to say? And if we go by this logic as well, who's to say that you weren't the one on their Twitter account trying to throw subtle shade at me as well, whilst using your own account and using their account? We are 9 minutes into this and I've gone off for about like 2 hours. I'm scared. Let's continue.
This is pathetic on the max level for you to try and spin our friendship as it's a negative thing. When you...
Me doing a retrospective on our friendship that ended because of y'all, where y'all were doing some genuinely negative things at the end of our friendship, at the fallout, and after that, to try and ruin me. That would, you know what? You know what? No. I'll keep going. Like, this whole thing feels like a minimization of what actually happened and trying to paint me out as the one who did all the wrong, when that's clearly not the case. Like, yeah, I should not have responded to my sister online publicly when we fell out and they were throwing a whole thread at me. But at the end of the day, until the 26th where we did fall out, I was trying to be as calm and nice and, you know, just trying to move on as possible. People around me who have literally stuck with me from that whole situation all the way to now can attest to the fact that I was just trying to move the fuck on. No, there's just no point now, but my point was gonna be like, I was trying to move on from the stuff that happened between us from April in terms of boom boom boom. In May, I was doing streams. I was sat there posting flower pictures. I really need to get back to my daily flower posting, by the way. I am that kind of flower. I am that kind of fruity flower. But I was posting pictures of flowers that I had found. I was trying to keep it cute. I was trying to keep it, you know, moving. Throughout that time in May, you were sat there making up false accusations about me that I didn't really find out until the end of the month, where I made my Google Doc originally, May 31st, I think, 2024. Was it May 31st or May 30th? I can't remember. But my point being is that I tried to move on from it multiple times and just try to keep it cute. You're sat there saying that I threw a hissy fit. Or like, what was it that they said again? It's been said again. I've been rambling for so long. Let's go back a little bit.
This is pathetic on the max level for you to try and spin our friendship as it's a negative thing.
It's pathetic for you to make up a whole false accusation about someone's sister committing suicide at this point, or going to commit suicide, or thinking of committing suicide, and you trying to spin what I said as what was about that situation when it was not about that situation. That situation didn't even exist. That situation was a complete fabrication from you, my dear. Alright? And I don't know if you address this further on in the video, but I have a whole 30-page Google Doc if anybody wants to see it. I didn't go down that route of making up lies about you like you're trying to say. You're just bitter you got cut off, rightfully, in my opinion, cut off, sorry. In my opinion, you getting cut off was the best thing that could have happened. Because I'm able to look back at our friendship at this point, and yeah, I'll continue to say it. I don't think our friendship was very genuine from October onwards. But that's just me. That's just my opinion.
When even in this entire thing, I didn't start arguing until after you took the steps to remove me from your entire life. And then I'm like, you know what?
Why does this so why go through? So you just admit that you provoked the argument. So you just admitted that you provoked the argument. I can't make this shit up. This is what they're saying. Like, girl, what do you mean? This started because of me. And then you sat there and went, well, after you took the necessary steps to remove me from your life, I then started arguments. What the fuck? So this started from you.
That's fair. I'm gonna stop giving you the respect I give my friends of handling stuff privately and handle it very, very publicly. This is all because of your ego. This entire...
Bear in mind, they still had channels to contact me on through Twitter before I blocked them a day later, because they were still going on for me, posting the same gifts that they knew had provoked me in terms of the end of our friendship. I know I've also gone on about October, but again, during October, well, from October to April, I was trying to build our friendship back up slowly, and I was, you know, in servers with you. If I was to cut you off at that point, good riddance for me, you know what I mean? Like, y'all, it's been like 2 hours, alright? If I'm tripping up over myself and I said something earlier, forgive me. But like, how are you gonna say this is about my ego when you've admitted that you were purposefully trying to prod and poke me, and that you were the one starting the arguments? How is that my fault?
entire thing could have never happened if you just watched yourself. All you do is
Watched myself? What does that mean? What does that mean? Watched myself? I watch myself all the time, my love. I literally edit myself in terms of my videos. I have to look at this big pizza face. Girl, what do you mean watch myself? Babes, I do that on the daily and I don't get paid for it. Like, what do you mean watch yourself? Was I supposed to, like, step on eggshells? Sorry, I'm looking at my phone at this point because I am just so baffled. What do you mean watch myself? The fuck do you mean? Watched myself with what, girl? Like, seriously, what does that even mean? Watch myself. Maybe they say something about, like, maybe they continue. Hold on.
it was not succumb to your ego, but you could not.
Huh? Succumb to my ego and what?
Not succumb to your ego, but you could not.
So that's what they said. Okay. How is this about my ego? This was about my boundaries. Let's put that as the fact. This was about my boundaries. And when people, in terms of me removing you from my life, because I was not going to put up with that, you still had options to apologize via Twitter, Xbox of all places, because I still had a fucking Xbox at that time. And I had the PC app as well. You had my Steam. You had every place to contact me and go, you know what? I'm sorry. But you didn't. Your own words, in your own words, you sat there after you got cut off from my life. Bear in mind, you had avenues to contact me. And you went, oh, sister, let me start some arguments. And let me fight. Because that's what you said. Girl. Like, this all just sounds like it's from a bitter and hateful person who got mad that they had a boundary put in front of them to stop them from walking all over someone, essentially. Because as I'm sure we've all seen at this point, this person thinks they're right in almost every aspect. They think they're better than people, right? And it's on record, right, that this has been said. They think that they're better than me. They think that they're right in this situation. They've minimized what actually happens to, oh, I posted a GIF, and then tripped up over themselves. Girl, I'm so glad I saw... Jesus, I love you. I'm glad I saw the light. Christian hours. Oh my God. Let me pray to the Lord to get rid of the tranny in the room. Let me pray to the Lord. But seriously, this sounds like it's coming from a bitter and hateful person who got mad that they couldn't step all over me anymore. And that just confirms my suspicions of what, like, this all kicked off over in terms of April to fucking June at this point. This just confirms it for me, darling. This just confirms it for me. Like, stay mad about the boundaries being put in place, because that was a boundary being put in place, and you had other avenues to message me in.
Because that's not who you are. You are egotistical, narcissistic, whatever words you want to use to describe you. That's what you are at your core.
Oh.
You say I'm not a good person. You say the people in my friend group aren't good people. You are not the good person. You saw us as commodities. You're projecting onto us.
Projecting onto you? Projecting onto you? I feel like this entire fucking video is projecting onto me. Fucking hell. It's like holding up one big projector and pointing it at me specifically. That's what it feels like. Like, yeah, I genuinely think now, looking back at our relationship as friends, that y'all weren't good people. At least not to me. In terms of how you treated me. By the end of our friendship, which y'all at that point didn't even consider a friendship. Like, yeah, I feel like you guys are terrible people, but that's just me. Now, looking back at it, a year later, after all of that stopped, a good person doesn't resort to throwing a false accusation about a family situation for, essentially, the drama of it. A real person doesn't make fun, because I know y'all would have done it behind the scenes. I mean, that comment, because y'all are trying to say y'all did nothing. You don't know why, this, that, and the other. Bitch, when I released my video in June, one of y'all, the partner of GoGet at this point, Galactic, sat there and went, I hope this video comes out soon so that GoGet, or on the basis, like, essentially, I can't remember the exact words that were used, but it was on the lines of, I hope GoGet's video kicks the teeth out of someone. Or out of me, sorry. A good person don't do that shit. A good person doesn't sit here and make a lie up about a situation that happened 2 years ago when you've clearly got your facts wrong. A good person doesn't sit here. Do you know what? I'm not even gonna, no, actually I will. A good person doesn't sit here and defend art theft. Number one, a good person sits here and apologizes for what they did to someone else when they can clearly see that they were hurt. I remember in my old Discord server, the one that I couldn't access because at the time, a month after the Cosmic Observatory one, was a server that I owned on the old account that got deleted. And I went in there and essentially sent a voice note being like, can you guys fucking stop? I can't remember the specifics, but it was at the point of me breaking down because they were coming after me so much, right? Wish I could have access to that server again, divas. Like, maybe I should go in there and find it. I don't think I'd be able to now. That server's probably dead. As in, like, the invite's probably dead because the old account's gone, so it's probably gone now. But in terms of that server, like, a good person doesn't sit there, hear that, and then push the blame of what happened onto the other person when clearly they were wrong. And a good person doesn't sit there and repeatedly call someone a narcissist who they were friends with, and when that person then bites back and goes, girl, you're calling me a narcissist, look at you. They don't write a long form fucking thread on Twitter sitting here and going, oh, I'm not a narcissist, I've done things for people with negative effects to my reputation, this, that, and the other. I am morally superior, this, that, and the other. Whatever the fuck you said on that thread, right? A good person don't do that shit. Note how I've pretty much never sat there and gone, oh, I did all of this for nothing in terms of no clout, no exposure, no gain, no this, that, and the other. Note that I have not done that as far as I can tell and as far as I can remember, but you felt the necessary, you know, necessities and requirements to do that yourself. After I finally bite back. Bitch, please. Anyway.
Because I know whenever we worked on stuff, be it drum or not, I was excited to work with, everything we did.
Oh.
Bacon, I know, was excited to work on stuff with you.
Were they though?
Me and Cass always hyped you up. Regardless of what it was, we hyped you up.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that
We
you didn't.
valued
What I'm saying is that oh wait, they said hold on. They said we
You
value.
didn't value us. You didn't give us the same respect, the same treatment that
Did
we
I
gave
not?
you.
Did
And that will never
Did I
happen
not?
in the group again. And
Did I not? Let me count the amount of times I made a false accusation about someone. AKA this person. 0. Bear in mind, I'm talking about things that happened after our friendship fell out. In terms of fell off, sorry. I ended our friendship. I cut them off again. Set my boundary. If you valued me, you would have sat there instead of going, oh, let's have a call so we can discuss our issues in October of 2023. And y'all would have sat there and gone, you know what? I am sorry for taking it to your server. I never got an apology for that. And bear in mind, this is all over fucking Discord as well, in terms of this all happened over Discord. This is so... Oh my god. Tell me again how you valued me from October 2023 to April 2024. I'll wait. Drama. Oh wait, you valued me for drama. It's like, diva, girl. And what's worse about this as well is that I know that they'll take this video and they'll sit here and probably try to minimize everything that happened again. If they do that, I ain't responding. This is the one response they're getting. Alright? Tell me how you valued me and hyped me up from October of 2023 to April 2024. I'll wait for that specific time frame. This is tell me how you valued me from those points onward. And they're probably also going to try and say, oh, we didn't block you, we didn't remove you from our lives. Yeah, because you were looking for someone to prod at. It's been 53 minutes on this recording alone, and this isn't even the full thing.
And I will thank you for that, for making me realize that I shouldn't lower my values for scumbags.
But yeah, myself out of those spaces that I used to be in. And just really taking the time for myself, I can confidently say that I am a much better person than I was when I was with those people. That part, Diva, that part. I'm a scumbag when you're the one who sat there and made a false accusation about me. Bear in mind, as of this point in the video, I don't know if it's going to be addressed, but as of this point in the video, it has not been addressed. You said you were going to make a video about it? Where's the video? I want to see it. Maybe it's coming out after this one, I don't know. But I'm the scumbag when you made up, essentially, family ruining accusations about someone. Bear in mind, the people who saw that, mainly my sister, took it out of context in terms of my defense, sent it off to my brother, who then sent it off to my mother, who didn't even ask for the full fucking thing. Do you really think this is a serve? Do you really think this is you eating it up, girl? Do you really think this is tea, diva? That I'm a scumbag when you're the one who did that? Someone who's fallen out with another person doesn't have to make up lies to make them feel morally superior when they know they've done someone dirty. And if you felt like that in terms of the message that I received on the day that I decided to end our friendship, well, it was between 2 days because it was overnight for me, / the afternoon, because it started more so for me at midday afternoon, and then in April, by the 15th, I think it was. At that point, I had ended our friendship. But it's the fact that you're calling me a scumbag. What, you can't even say that you're sorry for what you did in October? And I've said sorry to a lot of people in my life. I believe I've even said sorry to you at one point in our friendship. Alright? I've said sorry to a lot of people. If this is really what it comes down to, my track record of saying sorry is much higher than yours, girl. And I know for a fact that even if you were to say sorry, it wouldn't be genuine. It would still be, I'm sorry, but you did this, but you did that. And I don't vibe with that shit. So when I get an apology for, without you deflecting, without you throwing a nasty little comment about how I'm a scumbag, a narcissist, this, that, and the other, when I get an apology in regards to the false accusation that you made of my sister thinking of killing herself, and then sitting here and saying I considered that a fucking chore without any extra things, just going, I'm sorry for what I did at that point, and when you show me you can genuinely apologize, then fine, I will sit there and go, okay, you can apologize. But even then, you're gonna sit there and go, I'm sorry that I did that. That was wrong, but this is so stupid and we should move on anyway. It's not gonna be a real apology, girl. It's not gonna be a real apology. When I was with those people, I'm realizing now that it was filled with negativity. It was. That no matter how positive I was, because I like to think of myself as a positive person. I like to think of myself. Right? That's why my positivity was always matched with negativity. That is true. Positivity. I tried to be positive in situations where really I should have crashed out, as the kids say. Do the children say that? Kids, I need you to update me on your... Yeah, kids, this is still a request. Hold on. Before you speak, this still needs to be addressed. Kids, do you say crash out? I need to know.
50% of what you said is inaccurate.
Inaccurate.
I'm looking back right now. Every single time I see you talking, it's you being negative. You bring negativity.
Do I?
Right here. My first small lady bag.
Right.
Dub Pog. Then I made a joke about keeping makeup on you.
Where are the screenshots?
I can keep going.
Where are the screenshots?
Like every single time something negative's brought up, it's typically you doing it.
Is it? Where's the screen? Did they show screenshots?
Like, in this survey, it's mostly you.
Is it? Shall we go on about the fact that y'all were talking shit about one of my friends, Drumstick Pony, for being a brony and trying to make fun of them? And when I went, girl, what are you on about? Why are we apparently going after Drumstick? Y'all said, oh, it's because he's a brony. That was negative. Shall we talk about the fact that you talked shit about one of your friends that used to be one of my friends in another server? You made an entire different server to stay away from that person and talk shit about them. And I will say to that person, this person will know who they are. Rosa's roommate, former roommate. If you don't know who Rosa is, she's a hot fucking mess, girl. She's a hot fucking mess. But that's beside the point. Poof or Rayleigh, I think? I can't remember. Like, I should have gone to them and I should have gone, you know what? This is what's being said. I'm sorry that I am sorry that because at points I did insert myself in there and I did go, yeah, I agree with some of what you're saying there. I remember that. Unfortunately, in my case, I've already removed myself from those servers. But during the night that me and these people fell out in October, I sat there and went to Drumstick and I was like, you know what, Drumstick, this is what they've been saying about you. Do with it what you will. Like, if that's me being a snake and telling someone that you're talking shit about them, then by all means, call me one. Sorry for essentially showing people what you did. Sorry that your actions make you look shit. But I do want to see the screenshots. I want to see if they provide the screenshots.
Into with somebody who didn't involve you because of something that's irrelevant to you. Let's check your observatory that I'm still in.
Oh, you mean the one that I have no longer got access to? So it is still up. Okay, good to know.
Announcements, all I see is negativity from you.
Okay, can you show these? Can you show these for us so we can you know see? I'm gonna pull up my server right now, actually, my one, so we can go through it together. Okay, so this is my server, right? Sorry, my nose is incredibly itchy. I don't know why, but you have this. That was on March. That was March 29th, where I congratulated us on hitting 500 subscribers. Here's a happy announcement. We've entered winter 2024 season, which was the streaming channel. until I stopped in like January because I was focusing on this channel again. You got me announcing Persistence is Key 01 True Beginnings plus the Metro expansion. You got me asking about polls. You got me here saying I lied. Thank you for over 230 views on the first HGSS episodes. Watch the other stuff. I'm inside your walls. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. This channel's deleted because it was no longer used. This was a stream where I went off after they came for me in July. This was me saying no stream today. My mental health's not that great. Here's the Patreon, which I need to keep up with, even though there's only one person there and it's my partner. He's a free member, so, you know. You can see me here, here, and then here. You can see this. This is where I was negative. This is the first instance of true negativity. When I had to talk about you. When I had to involve myself with you and the stuff that you were saying about me. Here we have May 21st, 2024, custom server roles. We have this, May 14th, and then April 27th, 2024. And I told my followers to give me their opinion on what was done here, which is if the art was traced or not. And I did it again on April 24th when it started between me and the person who stole my art. Then we have, hi everyone, in accordance with my Let's Plays, I have changed the server icon. I changed it back because I don't do the Let's Plays anymore in terms of the traditional ones. Then you got my announcement of Persistence is Key being publicly available, which I took down. We have We Live Bitch. We talked about my Twitter accounts. We went through and I asked y'all about, I wanted to do this as a Let's Play on the main channel, so let me know if you want to see this. But I positive here. This was one of the negative things because of seeing Kim, but he's back and he's spouting his shit. In terms of this clearly isn't me. I wouldn't say this, never gone under this username. People know all of my Twitter accounts. Somebody has decided to... Oh yeah, that was when someone tried to impersonate me. You can see a January the 1st thing. You can see where I was talking about stuff. Joined this December 31st, 2016. Oh, Cosmic Girl, if I could tell you to stay away from people, I would. You can see here I did art. You can see here that I decided to celebrate a moderator. You can see here a thing of me sharing book progress. By the way, I'm not gonna say it online, but I no longer go by this first name. Alright? You can see Happy Halloween, Fayoween. You can see episode sneak peek of episode 7 and episode 6. And this was after the Discord account got deleted in the Cosmic Observatory stuff. And I believe with the Cosmic Observatory stuff, I've scrolled through it. That was there from like 2022, I think, all the way to 2023. And I was dealing with, again, a lot of drama. And a lot of my audience at that point was drama lovers. And I was involved in drama. So naturally, like I did, all the way back down, let's see here. All the way here, for example, I posted it in there. After August of 2024, I pretty much stayed clear of drama involving y'all, or predators, or this or that and the other. I kept my mouth shut, I kept it cute. You can see here that they're definitely spouting some kind of juju. Like, I just want to know where most of, like, I want to see the screenshots. I want to see the screenshots. Like, that's one thing I do want to see. Where are the screenshots, girl? Like, where are they?
And a couple of new series in your book that I'll talk about at the end of the video.
Oh, so they do talk about my book, okay.
Commission info. I don't plan on commissioning you.
Yeah, I used to commission.
Tweets.
Yeah, my
Most of your
tweets.
were negative.
Yeah, because I was in a lot of drama.
Which
Yep.
is what you did at the time, so I'm not going to say that's a bad thing.
Yeah, so why are we saying that I was mostly negative if you're aware of the fact that I was in drama? The fuck? I want them to pull out examples of me not being in drama and show me being negative or something along those lines. Because as far as I remember, and as far as my friends can attest, I mostly just chill. And I put on Drag Race as a streaming thing. People can attest to that. I watch RuPaul's Drag Race with them all the time. I'm the one to provide them with that. Girl, work. Like, it's the fact that I'm being painted out as someone who's negative, when all that we've seen, apart from like 3 instances, I think, in my Discord server right now, with the context, are not negative. It's the fact that they're sat there now trying to say, oh, she was always negative, this, that, and the other. No, girl. People can attest to the fact that when there was not drama surrounding people that I was dealing with in 2023, 2022, 2021, I was generally a chill person. A person that I spoke to that I can ask them in a minute. Hold on. Nah. Hey, hon. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your family's doing well. Currently I'm recording for a video to react to a video that someone made on me. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we know who it is. I want to know, outside of drama, what am I usually like? Alright, I want to know what I'm like outside of drama. If you don't get back to me, that's fine. I'm going to ask a few people as well. And I'm going to see what the responses will be. Love you, Diva. Hope that you're doing well. I love that you're... In fact, I'm not going to say this on the YouTube video, but you know what I'm going to say. You're living your best life right now. But yeah, don't forget to tell me what you think of me as a person outside of drama, please. I beg. Hey Diva, can you just send me a voice note and tell me... I'm recording the YouTube video that I was telling you about. Can you just tell me what I'm like outside of drama, please? Just without any added context or whatever. Can you tell me what I'm like outside of drama? Thank you, in a voice note. Hey Diva, firstly, I'm okay. I saw that as well. Can you just let me know in a voice note, because I am recording right now to the video that I did send you, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Can you tell me what exactly I'm like outside of drama, alright? Just say whatever you think, whatever's on your mind. Girl, let's get it out. Hey girl, recording a video at the moment. Can you send me a voice note of what you think I'm like outside of drama? Just in general, just as a very general thing. It's gonna be on a YouTube video, so just bear that in mind. Say whatever you feel, whatever's on your mind, alright, about me. Do send it along. I do want to hear it. Hi, Drumstick. Can you just quickly send me a voice note telling me what you think of me outside of drama, please? What I'm like outside of drama. I just want to know. I am recording a video at the moment, so do be aware that I will be using this in a YouTube video just to see what people think of me. Can you just send me a voice note of what you think of me, please? Thank you. Hello, guten Tag. No, wait, I forgot that you're not from Germany. Sorry, Netherlands erasure. Anyways, hi, babe. Hope that you're doing well. Not trying to call you babe, like romantically, just platonically. You know, you're one of my good Judies. Can you tell me what you think of me outside of drama, please? I just be aware I'm recording a video, and your voice will be used. All right, but can you tell me what you think of me in terms of outside of drama, what I'm usually like? Hey Diva, I know that we haven't spoken in a while, so sorry for not speaking in a while. I've just had things to attend to. Can you, by the way, I'm recording a video, and your voice note will be used, if you so choose, or I will screenshot your response to this. I'd like to know what you think of me outside of drama. What do you think I am like outside of drama? I just want to know. Send a voice note. That would be the best thing, so then the microphone can pick it up. But yeah, thank you, babes. Love you as a father, not in a romantic way. Thank you. See you later. Hey, Pops, how you doing? I just spoke to somebody else that I consider a father figure on this site. Whoop! Anyway, can you just... This will be used in a video. Can you just give me a voice note of what you think of me outside of drama? What do you think of me outside of drama? That's all I want to know in a voice note. Thank you.
I think you're a great friend and fun to hang out with, whether if it's watching you play video games or reacting to memes. You're a fun person to hang out with.
Thank you, Drumstick.
A pretty decent human being, well-respected individual, does not take anybody's crap if they spill up BS out of their mouth, and is willing to keep children safe from dangerous individuals on the internet. That's what I think of you, Cosmic.
Thank you, Father. I'm still waiting for voice notes from everybody else that I asked, but so far, and we'll check in with them. So far, everything seems to be, you know, this. So the people that this is about to be sent to as well, it's gonna be clipped, I know it is. They're gonna be like, oh, I favored these people, this, that, and the other. Bitch, me and Zalden haven't even spoken like months, I think? Like for a full year? Like, I'm just getting a general consensus of, I'm chill, I'm fun to be around. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate that.
But like, just to be like, oh, all of you are so negative. But No, you brought it with you. You were the negative.
Did I?
You literally have a picture you made in this server where it's your OC with the words "Go Minecraft yourself."
Go kill yourself, yeah. Which, by the way, one of y'all made, and y'all took it as a joke at the time. So why is it now conveniently being twisted back on its head? Y'all were fine with that. Y'all were fine. And if you were not fine, that was on you to just let me know. Alright? I know exactly what they're on about. It's something that Pigeon made for me. It was a picture of my OC. I'm going to show the full image of my OC. And I'm going to show the inspiration. It was basically supposed to be based off of like Mario Party 6, I think, where it's like Mario's turn or Toadette's turn. I think Toadette's in that game. Or like Peach's turn or Luigi's turn, and it was go kill yourself. I mean, they viewed it as a joke, so I mean, that's on them. If they weren't fine with that, they should have spoke up.
No, but still. Like, they're just, you were the negative one. I don't know what else to say. You like to think yourself as a positive person. No. You're
I am.
negative.
No, from
Which
the
is
consensus
okay.
that
You
I'm
can be a
getting from
negative
people.
person. I don't really...
From the consensus that I'm getting from people, right? Bear in mind, I'm asking people who I've not spoken to in an age. I ain't personally spoken to Drumstick on call in a little bit, not since the Joshua situation, in terms of private voice calls. But like, these people, they seem to think I'm a goofy, fun person, that I don't take nobody's crap, this, that, and the other. If this is what y'all thought about me, then damn, alright. I suppose you didn't really know the real me. Hey Diva, I don't know if you're going to be awake for this. I'm just asking people what they think of me outside of drama. I just want to know what you think of me outside of drama. This will be used in a video, but can you make a voice call, or a voice note, sorry, letting me know what you think of me outside of drama. For the record, for the people that are going to listen to this, our last messages were the 25th of March, 2025. I ain't spoken to this bitch in an age. But, can you just send me a voice note of what you think of me outside of, say whatever's on your mind, girl. Say whatever's on your mind. So whilst I'm still waiting for voice notes, let's continue this video.
give a shit. But you can't sit here and say, oh, I was a positive person. No. You're projecting.
Projecting
Your own insecurities onto other people to make yourself look better. When in reality, you were just a miserable piece of shit, which is like, okay, be a miserable piece of shit. I don't care. But you were the negative one. I've looked through all of our chats that I can see, and it's always you. You made bully servers. You made 2 of them. One of them you got bullied out of.
Which y'all were fine with. Hold on. You cannot make this point if you were fine with that. If you were fine with me making bully servers. By the way, the people that we bullied were pedophiles. And y'all had a giggle whilst doing it. Y'all had a giggle whilst participating in it. The fuck? Anyways.
I mean, what I think of you outside of the drama is you are, like, you're really, inoffensive. You just seem like a harmless individual that really did nothing wrong. And like you said, you have not talked about this weirdo
On about seeing Kim.
2 years, a year.
Yeah. So that's about seeing Kim. That's the voice note I think that I sent to them. And I've got a few messages where we're talking about the seeing Kim stuff, because obviously he came back. But go off, Dan.
Or so. And it shows. So, not really much for me to say my piece on what I think of you outside this drama.
Thank you, Dennison. That's all I wanted. It's alright. I promise I'll stream RuPaul's Drag Race with you later. But no, most of the people that I'm asking are saying that I'm chill, I'm laid back, I'm inoffensive, I'm harmless. A lot of different opinions. Like Ben was saying, I don't take no shit. Dennison's saying I'm harmless. But none of it's bad. So I'm genuinely confused.
Sure, the server that Bacon made was a bully server. We've never really bullied people. We don't even bully people in there. We just talk.
Yeah, now you don't. Do I bring up Turbo? Do I bring him up? Do I bring up Turbo? And the situation with Wing, where Turbo broke up with Wing because Wing was gonna cheat on him with, at the time, a child when they turned 18. Do I bring that up? And do I bring up the fact that y'all sat there and went after Turbo? Partially in that server. You're saying it was a bully server, but that you didn't bully people? Shall we bring up Buzzy Trombone? I know he doesn't like me. Bitch blocked me, did it back. Don't speak to him, but shall we bring him up as well? Like, you can't say that it's a bully server and then sit there and say you didn't bully people. The fuck?
Same with, I don't know what it was called back then. Now it's the Foolishness Coalition.
The what?
That server was just us talking. And then this Subside Nebula, what was Minecraft.
Yeah, there were 2 Minecrafts, so bear in mind. Bear in mind, one of those Minecraft servers were made specifically to just without the person that I think they mentioned, which was Nebula or Poof. Is that what they go by now? I knew them as Poof. Alright, I knew them as Poof. And they made a server where they were talking shit about Poof and Rosa and all of these people in there. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I inserted myself sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I inserted myself sometimes in those conversations. And yeah, I did bully pedophiles in my bully servers. I bullied people who tried to come for me. Yeah, I did in those servers. But you can't sit there and say that you made a bully server or one of your friends made a bully server and you didn't really bully anyone in it. The fuck?
It's just people talking. It's just positivity. Once you leave, all the positive stuff happens. You are the problem.
I can guarantee you that's a crock of shit. I can guarantee you that's a crock of shit. I had screenshots. I don't know if I can still get them up. From my sister from when we were still talking. I was in a voice call with her and she showed me screenshots and conversations of y'all a day later after the October situation. You specifically going, oh, I can move past this. Cosmic won't, this, that, and the other. And talking about drama in those servers. Like, are we really this stupid? And I have a screenshot of y'all sitting there, your partner, for the record, sitting there and going, I hope Go Get's video kicks Cosmic's teeth out. How is that positive, girl?
Can't talk about the problem, because usually they're not the problem. It's usually more complex. But in this case, it was you. It wasn't us.
So I may technically. Where's the screenshots? Because it's technically my generation or whatever. Girl, I ain't got time for it. But yeah, I've definitely. I don't know why I was holding the microphone to the left. I'm still doing that. Yeah, it is the left. I had to look at my hand now. I was just like, is that the left? Yeah, it is the left. I don't know why I was holding it like this. I'm so sorry if one of your ears, wasn't able. I'm used to hearing or seeing the light. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Now I can definitely hear, see, and feel the light. I can't hear it. I can't see and feel the light on my lens. But I feel like I've gotten a lot better in every aspect of myself. And I'm not ever going to go back to those people. That is true. Those people clearly did not, as I said earlier, value me. And I feel like I made the right choice in defending myself, no matter how messy it got, and distancing myself from them, and pulling my boundaries into place, because I feel like people were taking advantage of that.
I value people to the point where I will forego my own slumber. Something that I need as a human. I will
Your point?
it
So will I.
People. This is something that I've done multiple times.
So have I.
One of the people who I've done this for will see this video and comment on it confirming this. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't sleep to help people, even if it was something stupid. I help.
I don't do that either.
I
If we remember
value
the
people
streams,
above-
if we remember the streams, or I was dealing with Rainbow Thunder Infinite and his situation with Ali, it was always pretty much midnight for me. I got no sleep either, girl. Like the fuck, what's this supposed to prove?
being. I've always done so, and I always will.
Okay, so what are?
There was no boundaries in place before you threw your hissy fit. That
Before I threw my hissy fit, or before I put
That-
them in place? Before I threw my hissy fit, or before I threw them in place? Girl.
Sorry, I didn't know gifts were against your boundaries. I didn't know we couldn't disagree with you. I didn't
Not the
know,
minimization again.
I could keep going, but you get the idea. Like,
Not the minimization again.
all we did was do normal people things.
Oh,
Things-
this is normal people things, is it? This is normal people things, is it? This is normal people things, is it? Doesn't seem like normal people things to me, but that's just that.
You don't want friends, you want puppets. Not a
Puppets?
friend. A friend is somebody who you do stuff with, who you have fun with.
And I
Well,
do
you're
have fun with my
describing as
friends.
a puppet.
As a puppet. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. See, I feel like this is projection, but that's just my tea. Like, what do you mean? What the fuck do you mean I think of people as puppets? This really does come off as someone who's hateful and bitter. I'm sorry. Like, it's telling that pretty much the only people, and I've looked back on this now just to see how many friends I did lose, were the people that were you, your brother, your fucking partner, and people who were in your echo chamber. Oh, and family, but my family's a piece of shit anyway. Well, that side of my family anyway. Oh, I won't spill that tea. Anyway, it's almost like the only people who I ended up removing out of my life were the people who did me dirty and didn't respect my boundary. Oh, and also who tried to lie about me or go after my husband. But that's a whole different story. That's for my sister. Or, well, the lady that used to be my sister. Because, girl, no. Okay, that was a tad petty, but why not? But no, it's almost like I set boundaries in place and you got mad about that. Just because it wasn't a boundary before doesn't mean that it wasn't going to be put in place. You see what I mean? Like, I had a boundary in October that you did not abide by, which was take this shit out of my server. I said that to you multiple times, girl. If you're blind, get some prescription glasses or some contact lenses. Like, I'm sure you'll be able to do that. Like, what do you mean to tell me that there were no boundaries until there were boundaries and I got mad about you posting it? This is the minimization again. This is the minimization of the entire situation. So this all basically, from what I'm gathering, even though it's not explicitly being stated, it's implied, they got mad that I had boundaries and that I enforced my boundaries. That's what it feels like it's giving. And to be fair, that's pretty much what they've subtly implied for the last, like, since August, before then until April. You know what I mean? August 2024 to April 2024. That's what it felt like it was giving.
And I will never be anybody's puppet.
I never said you were a puppet. And
I'm glad you left our groups.
right.
Because it saves me the effort of throwing you out of them.
Oh, okay. Sure, you're welcome. You're welcome. For the record, I didn't see you or any of that group as puppets. Girl, if I saw my friends as puppets, then I would have sat there and discarded the ones that I currently have after they had one disagreement with me. But I didn't. In terms of, oh, you've got your facts wrong, this, that, and the other. If I had thrown them out after that point, you might have a valid case, but no, bitch, you do not. Like, how are you going to sit there and say that I'm using puppets or whatever, or that I view people as puppets? Girl, you are so deranged for that. By the way, it's currently 9:30. I started this at 7 o'clock this evening. Like, girl. Knowing that I probably wasn't gonna fight back, and then when I did, they suddenly, oh, Cosmic's a narcissist, this, that, and the other. Girl, oh, that's a whole situation.
Do you think fighting back made us think you were a narcissist? Because I fight back on everything. Literally, if you look at me wrong, I'll fight back. That's who I am. And that's
What? Not the digging their own grave. Oh my, you know what? I'm just gonna let it play.
to make you a narcissist. Being willing to fight back does not make you a narcissist. What makes you a narcissist is, well, I guess I could copy and paste it, but earlier, that clip I said it would become relevant again. That is what makes you a narcissist. Having to put your name in front of stuff makes you a narcissist. You don't see me in videos stuff saying, oh, it's go-getting. No.
Huh? Sorry, I've lost track of what the clip even was. What, because I put my name on things like my book. Where's my book? Hold on. Like, because I put my name on the book here saying written and illustrated by dead name? That makes me a narcissist? I'm confused. Because first it was as far back as I can remember, first it was, oh, you treat people like puppets, that's why you're a narcissist. And now it's you put your name on things. For the record, by the way, just to serve more cunts, this book ate, alright? I'm regretting rewriting it right now because I could be on book motherfucking 2. But, oh well. Like, what do you mean? What? So I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. And the reason for that is this. No, it's this. No, it's that. Like, I'm genuinely confused. How does me putting my name on thing make me a narcissist? Are you joking? I feel like this is a joke of a video.
It's stupid. You're stupid. Stop being stupid. You know,
I could say the same about you, girl.
Hypothetically, you fighting back is what made you a narcissist.
Me doing what? Me doing what?
You know, even if, hypothetically, you fighting back is what made you a narcissist.
I'm so what did they say? Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn this up. Let me just turn it up a bit, because I did have it at a low volume. Maybe I'm mishearing.
You're stupid. Stop being stupid. You know, even if, hypothetically, you fighting back is what made you a narcissist. You didn't fight back because you were slighted. You fought back because somebody disagreed with you. They disagreed.
No. I fought back because you were provoking me. Let's get that tea woken up. It just feels like this entire video comes off, again, as someone who's very bitter and hateful. Hateful! It does genuinely come across as that. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments.
Disagree with you being able to say a slur. I'm not going to say whether or not I agree with them or disagree with them, as that is not my place to do, as I do not give a shit. It is a year old. I do not care. You should not care. You are almost 24 years old.
Bitch, you're almost 28. You were almost 27 when this whole thing kicked off. Okay? And for the record, I say faggot about myself, alright? Just about myself, because I've been called it. Like, how are you going to tell the trans person that they can't say faggot? Oh my lord. But yeah, they're right. That is a bit irrelevant to this. But so why are they bringing it up? I'm confused.
You probably are 24 years old right now. And
No,
you're
I'm 23.
acting like a child.
Can't even remember my birthday. Shaking my head.
I called you a narcissist. We called you a narcissist because you're a perpetual child. And all children at their core, to some degree, are narcissistic. They only think about themselves. So how about you get out of that little worldview where only you matter, and maybe you won't be a narcissist anymore.
And always pulling me down, because it always felt like, other than what I've already said, it always felt like the goal was to try and quote unquote humble me. When I still giving that, by the way. Like, just because you jealous, just because you jealous of what I can do that you can't, you're suddenly like, oh, we need to humble her. She's a narcissist, this, that, and the other. She's got such a huge ego. And what?
What am I jealous of?
And what, bitch? I love cunty me. She's giving cunt. She's giving diva. She's giving cunt. She's giving diva. They're gonna take this point super literally now. Because I just heard, what am I jealous of? Girl, it was me feeling my oats.
Your book is mediocre. I've read most of it. And I'm working on
great.
a review of it, which I will be hopefully releasing in early July, late June. If I actually work on it, I don't forget to. You are mediocre at the games you play.
That part they're not wrong at. Well, actually, I take that back. I'm great at Mario Party, thank you. I serve with Birdo, and I serve with Toadette. I'm great at Pokemon, alright? But with any other game, I'm pretty much shit. Okay, this is the one point they have. I am mediocre at games. I've never claimed to be the best bitch ever at video game, but they're correct about this, Diva.
Think you're good at is Splatoon.
Thank you.
You're mid at everything else. I haven't seen you play a game, and I think you're good at it besides Splatoon. Which is a children's game, which I can't argue because
Pokemon's. I was about to say.
Really good at children's games, but still. Point.
I was gonna say, what's the point?
You are good at art, I guess. Good is subjective with art. His art is a subjective thing. But I could be good at art if I put the time in to learn how to do it. Writing, I used to be really good at writing. People used to love when I wrote.
Right.
So I could write a book and probably sell more copies.
Okay, so do it.
I've achieved most of the goals I had set out when I was younger. I've met a lot of the people that I used to look up to.
Oh, okay.
My entire time on this platform, existence in general, has been pretty good. I have nothing to be jealous about when it comes to you.
Okay.
You aren't doing better than me, really. You aren't better than me in the things you think you are. You want to challenge me in a race because I don't know why. I assume you think I'd win. When did I?
Oh, was this the versus idea? So there, I mean, I also gave them idea. Okay, Diva. So there was this thing on YouTube a while ago, and I think it's still up. It was made by Attacking Toucans. He originated the idea, as far as I know. He did these versus things, and I spoke to Turbo as well about it, because I was like, look, I want to do this because they're currently dead at the moment. No verses are being recorded. I'd really like to do one. I've done a few with my friends over the years, but it was just a fun thing, right? I didn't think I was going to beat anyone. It was purely for fun. It was because I had a passion and a love for the series that went out, such as the Super Mario Sunshine versus, the Super Mario Galaxy versus, the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle versus that Attacking Toucans did, and I wanted to relive that era of life that I was seeing. It wasn't about winning. Well, I lie. There's obviously some part of that where it's like, okay, I do want to win to an extent, but that was not all of it. That was a very small part of it. The rest was having fun. Like, you're mad that I suggested ideas to you? You said that you suggested ideas to me, which is true, but I suggested ideas to you. And you also kind of rejected that as well, as far as I remember.
Still. It's just funny. You're sitting here acting like I have something to be jealous about when, in reality, if you knew half the shit I've accomplished, you'd probably be jealous because...
Would I?
I don't talk about my accomplishments.
Oh, okay.
Things I know I've done, and I feel happy about it. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So, what do I
So why are you making a whole point about this little point? Wait, I just processed that. Why are you making a whole point of me apparently being jealous of you? If this doesn't matter to you. Or you find this funny. I'm confused. I'm very confused.
There's nothing you can do that I can't.
Okay.
And I can do it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Generally better at whatever I want to be.
Okay. I'll wait for the day that comes.
No, top. When we get building HSR characters, I make the top 1%
what characters? Okay.
I want to be good at Pokemon Unite. Get Master Rank.
Okay.
Whatever I want to be good at, be it something I can make money from or anything else, I will achieve my goal.
Okay, so do it.
Jealousy is nothing I have. It is not that I have the capacity to feel. I don't feel envy. It's not worth my time. I could be using.
Okay, that's a crock of shit. Every human being feels envy and jealousy. Girl. There have been times where I've been jealous of people because I was friends with them and they've done stuff. Not these people, I'm on about like before 2020, where they've gotten higher grades than me in, say, school, and I've gotten a little jealous about that. We all feel jealousy. Like, jealousy is an emotion that you will feel. You can have a very little part of jealousy, or you can have a big part of jealousy, but it's not non-existent. Every person feel every type of emotion in their life. Props to you for allegedly having little jealousy, though. Props to you. Props to you, Diva. That's the life that we're supposed to live. Props to you, Diva.
You think I have to work towards making myself better. It's just a waste. Just like this video, it's just a big fat fucking waste.
And what, you big bitch? Like, seriously, it's so ridiculous. These people were like, oh, she needs to have her whole online presence dismantled, this, that, and the other. It's something I believe that one of them said. I can't remember.
Nobody in our group has said that.
No, there was another. You're clipping that off. Hold on. There was another part to that where I remembered and I quoted what the fuck you said.
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
Because I mean, when I say people who aren't idiots, i.e. you, have the right to be an idiot. Just because we don't like it doesn't mean you don't have that right.
Oh.
We just prefer you stop being a moron.
Oh, that was it. Ruin any attempt for you to rebuild. That was the fucking one. Yeah. Like, they felt so strongly about me simply cutting them out and moving on from them. And they focused so heavily on me until, like, August. There was a little bit of, like, oh, they're probably going to circle back around to me because I made a Google document in March.
Yeah, I saw that document. Much like how when you were around and people sent us shit, I get sent shit about you. And I don't want to be sent shit about you because you're not worth my time.
Then why you make the video? If you think that I'm not worth your time, why you make the video? Also, are we actually gonna go through and address what was in the Google document? I'll leave it in the description for y'all and I'll pin it in a comment, okay? So y'all can see it for yourselves. Girl.
You're barely worth this video.
Oh!
If I thought it wouldn't get any views, I wouldn't make it. Because at the end of the day, at this point, you're just free content. Because you'll keep talking about us. Because it'll just give you attention. You'll keep playing the victim card. Because that's all you know how to do.
Oh, okay.
You have to be a perpetual victim. Somebody always has to do something to you wrong. Instead of the reality of, maybe it's your fault. Also, nobody said they were going to ruin your attempts at rebuilding. You can't rebuild.
Bullshit, bitch! Bullshit! Bullshit, bitch. The fuck you mean you ain't said that shit? The fuck you mean? The fuck you mean you just haven't outright said that? Hold on, where's the screenshot? Editing me, put that up on the screen real quick, baby girl. The fuck you mean you didn't say that? Cunt? Sorry, that was a word that slipped out. The fuck you mean?
You were already built. You weren't gonna leave that channel. If you did, well, good luck to you. I don't give a shit. Nobody in the group gave a shit. People may have said that to troll you because you're easy to troll and it's funny to watch.
Oh, so now it's conveniently a troll. Okay. So if it was a troll in the first place, yeah, people were right. I should have cut you off earlier.
People be stupid, but nobody meant it.
Oh.
And I could do it properly. I probably could find stuff that would damage your rebuilding in your
Then do it. No, because I'm getting sick and tired of this. I could find shit. Do it. Do it. Like, what the fuck do you mean? I could do it, but I'm not gonna. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Hey, Diva, this is a video in regards to one that I'm responding to where someone thinks that I'm only negative, this, that, and the other. It's basically a response to someone. Could you just be honest? I don't care if you say that I'm negative, this, that, and the other, that I bring drama in or whatever. Just give me your opinions on me outside of drama, alright? How I act outside of drama. I don't care what you say, what you don't say is gonna be in the video. Just be aware that it's gonna be in the video. And I'll check back in with you when you do the voice note. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Girl, do it then. So talking this big game. Watch the video be a bunch of coughing too. The videos aren't usually like this where they do edit it out. But they cough a lot. And they don't edit it out. I also cough a lot, by the way. Just saying, but I have the decency to edit it out. Okay, so I have a response from Turbo from earlier about the what am I like outside of drama thing. They say, as of 9:39 p.m. on the, it is the 16th of May. Well, outside of drama, you're a really good friend. You've helped me come out to my family about my relationship and was one of the people, there for me when my mom died. Okay, Diva, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
But that's not the type of person I am. That's vindictive. And unlike you, I'm not a vindictive asshole. I'm not gonna make 18 Google Docs on you in a year.
Oh.
That's not being hyperbolic, by the way. There's been but it's kind of hyperbolic. There's been 5 Google Docs now.
There's been 3. There's been 1 where I defended myself in... Were there 3 though? I think there were more like 2. I'm gonna go back to my Google Drive and see. Hold on. Okay, so these are the 2 Google Docs that I made. I made 1 video and then 2 others in July, right? I made 1 in June, which is essentially that Google document where it says, here's to another situation blown out of proportion, where I was quoting my sister. Then we have the presenting things. I've released 2. One of the in June of 2024 and 1 in March 2025. The fuck? So Zaldin, who I was trying to get a voice note out there, probably gonna send me a voice note. If they don't, then that's fine. But they've written down what they wanted to say. They said, you don't seem like a bad person outside of drama, and I don't see why someone would say you're negative all the time. Just because you do drama things doesn't make you a terrible human being. Take that as you will.
All made by Cosmic in the last year.
2 made by me.
Make it make sense.
Make your entire video make sense.
The problem when all you do is preach negativity repeatedly.
Oh no. May I just say that the first Google document was made at the end of May, right? May 31st, I believe. After these people had went on to essentially slander me and get into big fights with me and started talking shit about me after they got a block. That was 1 that I made after everything that had happened. Or at least I thought everything had happened. Clearly not. I made 1 video after my family disowned me on my mum's side, where I talked about my experiences with nearly killing myself during that day, which was June the 4th. I released that video June the 7th, so that was 3 days after the fact. But I talked about that in that video. And I made the one in March of 2025, which is presenting things, which is about the stuff that you accused me of. The thing where you said, oh, your sister considered killing herself, and you considered it a chore. Those are the 2 Google documents that I've made. Girl, what?
You're not convincing anybody.
Neither are you, girl.
Seen the doc that agrees with you.
Oh.
You don't argue what is said. You explain the context of situations around it. You don't explain the You don't.
Am I not supposed to put in context now? Why are you so mad that I gave context?
Explain your way out of it. You just explain context surrounding it.
So why are you mad?
Why you didn't respond, which is fair. Or
why are you mad at that then? Also, I'm this diva on the screen right now. I am this diva. I will become this diva. I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry, Miss Ma'am. I can't remember your name. I remember you being sickening though. Why are you mad that context being added? Why are you... You say that it's not a problem, but then you mention it and act like it is a problem. Make it make sense.
Why you were AFK or whatever, which is fair. But you never explain your response to...
Yes, I did!
Which is the problem.
I literally, in that first Google Doc that I made at the end of May, put in their tweet. Let me go back to it actually. So this one, you can see that I was literally putting everybody's comments. You can see that I put my comments there, right? 5 of 86. You can't see it, but 5 out of 86. You can see that I put in everybody's responses. I put in my own, right? You can see that one. You can see this. You can see this. You can see this. Why are you trying to say that I don't give context to what I like? Literally, this entire 90-page, well, 86-page document at this point, document that I made doesn't give context or reasoning for what I did. You are so full of shit, baby. The fucking Paris River is jealous. You are so full of shit that the River Thames looks at you and goes, damn, that's a lot of shit. Like, I literally included on November the 5th in the first document, the other document, one that I'm gonna, in fact, I'll link both of them. The one that's like presenting things is my entire conversations with my sister around the November 5th, 2022 debacle. You can see the situation with our stuff. You can see people respond to people. You can see me. You can see me. You are so full of shit that China, specifically Shanghai or wherever the Foxconn factories are that spew out the smoke above the city and shit, they look at you and go, damn, girl, that's a lot of shit. What do you mean I didn't give context and reasoning? Fucking idiot. Sorry, that's petty.
And you will never see this as a problem because you are entitled. You're a little piece of shit that thinks the world should bend to your will. And that's not how this works, Cosmic. It's never been how this works. So please, remove your head from your anal cavity and do us all a favor and reflect on your actions for real.
I did.
Because I've done a lot of reflecting the last year. You have not.
Oh. I literally was gonna be the most dramatic bitch and kill myself in the most dramatic way. Sorry for not giving a trigger warning or anything. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm not used to this.
Alright, hot take. Drinking bleach is not the most dramatic way you could end yourself. I
Okay.
don't like to have this conversation.
Neither do I, but...
But the most dramatic way of ending yourself is not what I'm going to explain. Because somebody may do it, and then I'd be responsible for giving them the idea.
Oh.
But I assure you, getting a cup you leave on your shelf for gods know how long, getting some bleach that for some reason in your room, I don't know why it's in there, that's not what bleach is.
I can explain that. It's because I don't keep my things in the kitchen. The kitchen's a shared place. I don't keep my things other than my cutlery and my plates and bowls in there. Alright, I live in a shared house. Everybody has to buy their own bleach, has to buy their own toilet paper, has to buy their own everything. That's why. Okay, so there was some confusion there. I've cleared it up. I can literally show you that cupboard if you want.
From the cup after you fill up with bleach is not the most dramatic way to end yourself. It is a painful way.
Right.
I won't disagree with that. It is a painful way, but it's not the most dramatic way. That being said, don't end yourself. It's not worth it. Both Cosmic and whoever's listening, I'm not going to advocate anybody in themselves unless they are a predator.
The person who started all of this. Hi, by the way, you're probably watching this. You cannot tell me that the person who started this was not mad that they got banished from my presence altogether.
Hi there, I'm the person.
Hi.
Because they don't want to name names. Because then
I'll name names now. Hi, go get.
Name. And everybody knows once you get into a drama with me, the moment you mention my name, it becomes a slur. Ask Doctor.
Oh, well, if it's a slur. Damn. Hi, Goget. I see that you're doing well. I didn't realize that your name was a slur. I just... Okay. That was a reach.
Anyway. Was I mad over being banned from Cosmic Server? Not really. Don't really care.
What was the problem?
To begin with, didn't care afterwards. No,
what? Oh my god, who responded to me on Discord? I'm gonna fucking just What do you mean you didn't care? You've admitted that several times that you cared. Confusion. Plus 100.
And what I will continue to care about is the callousness that she could throw away. What, 5 years of friendship? 5, 4, I forget how many years of friendship.
Around about 4.
That made me mad. And I think that's valid.
Yeah, I'm not saying
No,
it's not valid. My whole thing was respect my boundaries. You did not do that. You got cut off. You had other avenues to come to me and talk to me, such as Twitter and DMs, such as fucking Steam in the chats, such as fucking Xbox. You had several other avenues. I'm not trying to discredit how you would feel, because you would clearly feel angry at that. I acknowledge that. What I am fucking saying is that you had all these avenues to continue talking to me. You didn't use one of them, or any of them, sorry. Like, girl, you cannot get mad at me when you had channels to still contact me. Up until a few months ago, mind you, on the Xbox app. Like, I understand maybe the Xbox message app, because that, I hardly use Minecraft Bedrock. I hardly use that app to begin with. But they have an Xbox. They're playing it most of the time. They would have surely seen my name pop up at points, right? And they probably should have like gone down there and gone, you know what? Like before, obviously, they started spouting the false accusations about me and all of that. They could have come to me and gone, you know what? Let's have a chat. But no, you immediately resorted to, after being banished from my server, 1, waiting until I fell out with somebody who was quite major in my life, but right now they can go fuck themselves, and 2, you resorted to going public, slandering me, throwing accusation after accusation at me. That's what you did. That's the consequence of your action. And right here in this entire video, up to 31 minutes 18 seconds, I don't know if you do it more, probably do, but throughout this entire video, you've tried to you've tried to minimize the issues that happened. I'm happy to provide the Google Docs. I'm happy to provide my video that I made in like June. I'm happy to provide my other video that I made before this one. I'm happy to provide the one that I did in July where I spoke about you. I'm happy to provide all of that. I don't mind. Girls, if you want that, go ahead. Go to the description. Go ahead. But how are you gonna sit here? You know what? I've already made my point. Let's continue before I ramble.
Cosmic Sister, what happened? And then said I'll make a post if they gave me the okay. And they gave me the okay to do whatever I wanted.
Okay, that still doesn't permit you to make the false accusation to begin with. Ay, rapera, cabrón. Bastardo, estúpido. Estúpido bastardo. Sorry, that jumped out of me. But seriously, that's what you did! Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Regardless of if it's made in anger or not. As long as it's accurate.
I guess what, bitch? It was not accurate! And what? Like, what do you mean? As long as it's accurate. Girl. Huh? What do you mean you can post things when you're angry as long as it's accurate? And it be a false accusation. What? Oh, Diva. You fell off the deep end. Play, damn it. Not even my computer wants to play. I'm trying to click it. There we go.
I used my mental state at the time to justify your defense.
I wasn't doing that. As you said before with the Google Documents, I was giving context, which that's all I've pretty much done. Fucking hell.
Because my mental state is irrelevant. It's always been. I'm always
okay. Wow, agree to disagree there, my love. But when the stuff involves my family and you capitalizing on the family situation, then my mental health comes into it, okay? Note how I didn't utter a single word relating to my mental health until this person started capitalizing on the stuff that resulted in my family on my mum's side disowning me. You can go through everything. I'm sure I pretty much left mental health and killing myself, any mentions of that, until after I made that video and in that video in June. I'm pretty sure. What we're not gonna do is sit here and just lie. Factual my ass.
Whatever I say is not wrong.
James Charles BBL is sat there looking at you right now going, damn, that is one big ass. Sorry, my headphones just did something weird. They went battery about 50%. Even my headphones are tired of this video. But I'm still making it, bitch.
Regardless of how angry or how sad I am, it is always accurate. Because unlike you, I care about my reputation.
Huh?
I always have.
So this is about reputation now?
Touch the...
So let me get this straight. I care about my ego. I care about nobody else. I view them as puppets. But I don't care about my reputation. I give context to stuff and I don't defend my stuff. But I don't... Huh? I'm so lost.
That's why I stay away from Crispy when his stuff was happening. I didn't want to get into that until I could look into it, and once I did, I defended him.
Did you?
Stay away from the Brandon stuff because it smelled weird.
Sorry, I remember a very specific thread that they made on Twitter. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. But on Twitter, during the video that I released in August of 2023, where they were talking about Crispy, sat here going after Crispy. Girl, you are so full of shit. What has this person on this? Oh, my mother's responded, as in Flutter Rio. Let me see what she has to say.
Outside of drama, you're pretty much a normal person.
Thanks, mother. Love you. Mwah. Diva's on fire in England. Anyways. Fucking hell.
Metaphorically, I could feel the weirdness coming off of it. And I defended you in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
Against Domino, Lord Vortex, so on and so forth.
Back in 2020. Yeah.
And there's a lot of time I won't get back defending you. I won't even get
Same.
Garbage.
Same.
I just don't want to say
just same. Just same on the time that I won't get back. Girl. The time that I won't get back dealing with the situation. That they could sit here and not respond to, by the way. They're acting like it's like this tiring thing. Don't respond to it then. Girl. Don't make up false accusation. It conveniently got tiring for them when I started responding. Bitch, what the fuck?
Because I don't do stuff like that to help people. Or to get recognition. It's not who I am. The point is, I helped you. A lot.
I'm not saying you didn't.
I gave you advice. A lot.
I gave you advice too. I helped you a lot. What's this supposed to prove? I also did this shit. Girl, what?
And you threw away all the effort, all the care, all the whatever you want to say, that I put into our friendship. So it was worth nothing, and tossed it out. And didn't you expect?
Sorry, let them
Not
finish.
be angry.
I'm not expecting you to be angry. The whole thing, again, is you not respecting my boundaries. I've said this entire thing. Being angry doesn't constitute you making up false accusations about me. Like, okay, girls, for y'all in 2023 beforehand, let me know how many streams you remember where I at least mentioned GOG or GoGet, where I mentioned, other people, where I included them. Give me just a list if you can remember that far, because I know I definitely did that. If we really want to argue this.
No, I was pissed Now I realize. I
Okay, being pissed doesn't make you resort to making up actually, in your case, it does. And it usually, I'll say usually now, doesn't resort to you making up false accusations about me.
shouldn't be pissed because you're not worth it. But then I was, and I'll admit it, I was angry.
Okay.
But anybody in my situation would have been. And I feel like if you say you're not, then you're lying. That's it.
That's the same with you, babes. I've never not said that I'm not angry at the situation from before April 26th. I got rid of you, I moved on with my life, and then 10 days later, I saw the art tracing thing, as you can see in the Google Doc. Like, what we're not going to do is we're not going to say, oh, I was angry, oh, I wasn't angry. At least I didn't sit there and make false accusations about you. Name me one. That's what I want, because you sat there in this video and said that I didn't defend myself, I just gave context. You had no issue with the context. So where was the lie? Fucking deranged idiot.
But at this point, you're just not worth it. You're just a nobody whose
Oh.
only value is being laughed at.
Oh.
Your value should have always been.
The one that I actually did write. I'm currently doing a rewrite on film fiction. Oh, this is about my 01. But with the rewrite, can my chair not? Excuse me, you haven't done this all day. Let me also prop myself back up. But yeah, with Persistence is Key 01, there were a few issues that I caught on during the whole thing last year. That was one of the points that was brought against me in terms of telling me how shit it was this, that, and the other. Yeah. And let me just point out something, you bunch of bitches. I actually did it. I made a book. Where's yours? Yeah. Fucking bunch of bitches. Where's their proof of a year?
Alright, I have 2 questions for people. One, would y'all like me to do a 1 year since video? Where I talked
Please
about everything
do.
last year.
Please do.
Also, would y'all like me to, after I finish reviewing the original book, review the film fiction?
I think they got confused.
Rewrite as it is.
No, the original book is also on FimFiction. Now it is. They're both on there. I literally self-published for myself and for a few friends around me, and for family members that clearly didn't like the book, and they told me after we had fallen out. Literally, the last message that I received from my brother was something along the lines of, "Oh, I don't give a fuck about your MLP fanfiction because it's shit." And I'm like, okay. And I had this copy was supposed to be given to him, but it's not being given to him, it's mine. I have 2 copies of my book, technically. I ain't get a chance to give it to him, and honestly, if that's how he feels about my book, sure. Okay. Then don't have it. Go ahead, please review them, please. Please. Instead of just telling me how shit it is, show me. Show me. Show, don't tell. Baby, please.
It is made. Because I would give it an honest try. I'll give anything an honest try.
Okay. Not once.
But the book is honestly awful. The characters are written horribly. I'm pretty sure the bad guy is supposed to be me, which is funny.
No? What? Wait. How is it supposed to be you? Nah, because now you're just doing what Dark Hero Brian did. We fell out, right? We fell out in October, right? All of this was not about... This is the same shit that Seeing Kim and Dark Hero Brian tried to say about my book, that it was about them. Bitch, it wasn't about you. Why you pressed? If anything, you found that ridiculous as well, when Dark Hero Brian and fucking Seeing Kim did that. So why are you doing what they're doing? You cannot tell me that the main antagonist is based off of you. No, ma'am. This is just proof that you haven't actually read it. Girl, shut the fuck up. And Persistence is Key 01, True Beginnings, and the Metro expansion. Girl, that's not about you either. I don't pull from people like you in terms of inspiration. What I was talking about in my book, and what most of my characters are based on, are real experiences that I had before 2023. Bitch. My father is probably the biggest inspiration for Harmonious Time, right? The villain, the antagonist of the book. Alright? But even then, saying that, they're not really antagonists in this book by like at least the third way through. They're willing to help. Sour, sweet, and acidic. Read the book, alright? You'll see why it's not based off of them, and you can see now why this is projection. Because what do you mean to tell me you think that my book's about you? That one of the characters is based off of you? No. Dawnstar was about my trans journey, coming out as trans and what I feared, and I put that in writing and made that a what-if scenario. Duskfall and Soundwave were about the relationship that I have formed with my husband. Me and my husband don't argue, but they had an argument. Covet and Harmonus's whole dynamic, or Bounded and Harmonus's whole dynamic, because everybody knows that his father is Harmonus at this point. Everybody does. I posted on DeviantArt that I took down. But everybody knows at this point that Harmonus was based on my experiences with my dad. And if you read between the lines, you'll see that Harmonus was basically my feelings of feeling like a trophy personified, because I wasn't perfect, or I was not allowed to see my dad at a young age, this, that, and the other. It was that personified. The character Stardew is based off of arguments that I've had with my cousin, who I grew up with from the age of 11 to 16, where we had very real arguments and disconnects there for a little bit. It's not about you, baby. It never was. I mean, if you want a character about you, I'd be happy to write one. I don't mind. But to say that the character's about you definitively, you're pretty sure? It's not about you, baby. It's not about you. Idiots.
Just go through.
Mm-hmm.
Not go through. Just comment down below if you want me to make a year since video where I talk
Do
about all the
it.
stuff I did in the last year.
Do it.
And video.
Do it, please.
reviewing the fan-fiction rewrite.
Do
The
it,
rest
please.
of the video is a bunch of hogwash.
Oh.
The message of it I don't disagree with. But calling herself a victim when in reality it was really the only victim was her sister. That was the only victim I could agree with.
Huh? Oh, so when I defend myself and defend my partner against my sister attacking him, and her response is, well, I'll do whatever I want. And I go, okay, well, I'll do whatever I want. You can come to me when you apologize. That's her being a victim? Girl. SMH.
Yeah. I have nothing else to say.
Oh, okay.
Credits or whatever, I don't care. Remember, if you're new to the channel, leave a like, comment, subscribe right down below. See
Oh, I don't need to hear that. So that was the video. Like, I'm just so confused. Girl, I'm so confused about a lot of stuff. I pointed out my confusion and my rebuttal. But like, girl, I'm so confused. If you're confused, leave a comment below, because I'm very confused. Then again, that's my whole gender identity. Confused. Like, okay, Diva, like, work, okay. Thank you for telling us the things that you felt about this entire thing, sure. Okay. I ain't gonna be... Okay, sure. Your feelings are valid. Your opinions are valid. I just rebutted them. Your experience, sure, is valid. What I am gonna say, to the angry point, just as like a last minute thing, because I can't remember if I said it, is... Your anger does not excuse you from making false accusations about me. My sister, from what you're saying, gave you the go-ahead to talk about it. And that was after we fell out. So you're capitalizing on that. Girl, you capitalized on her anger to fuel your own anger and make a whole bunch of fucking doohickey. And again, if anybody wants that document, go ahead. It's in the description. But yeah, I think we've learned today that... I had really bad friends. I had really bad friends back then. Like, I had really bad friends to the point where they're sat there now. Just doing their big one. I mean, go off, girl. Do your hishi wide, then vegan, vegetarian, non-binary realness. And before y'all come for me, that's a line from Mistress Isabel Brooks on our YouTube channel. Before you think that's about you, because it's not. Like, I think we learned a lot today, actually. I think this was a very informative video. I think this was a very informative video about who I should forgive and not. And to be honest, I don't forgive any of these people. And with the way that they're treating me, okay, well, yeah, I don't really know what else to say beyond Jesus Christ. This sounds like a very bitter and hateful person. Because that's what it comes across as. Am I wrong in the comments? Please do let me know. Like, am I the only one who feels like it's coming from a bitter and angry person? Like, I can't be the only one. Let me know in the comments below, but like, the fuck? And note, throughout that entire video, there were no screenshots. Like, huh? How are you gonna spit all this shit out and not be able to back it up? Like, you kept on saying, I could, so do it. Christ. I was expecting something a little bit more substantial, to be honest. I'm more so shocked that this even got released because of how bad it is, but oh well. Anyways, I think that's gonna be me. I don't even know what to say. That video just, it blew me away with how bad it was. I'm gonna be honest, it blew me away with how bad it was. And I'm just gonna reiterate this point. I'm allowed to speak about what I want to speak about, especially if it happened to me. It's not my fault that your actions make you look like a piece of shit. To everyone outside your little circle. Because conveniently, as far as I have seen, through the entire year, people have looked at what they're doing, gotten the context of it through looking through the Twitters and looking at my video and stuff and went, oh girl, yeah, they were nasty. But yeah, as of this recording, it's currently 10:17 p.m. None of the other people that I asked about for their opinions on me outside of drama got back to me, but the overall consensus was that it was positive. Okay, bear in mind, in terms of my circle, I only asked 2 people. That was Turbo, that was Flutterio. Those are the 2 people that might have been biased. Alright? Those are the 2 people that might have been biased. But everybody else said that I was not bad, I was harmless, this, that, and the other. So take that as you will. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. This has been a very insightful night. I've wasted around about 3 hours, but I don't regret it because it's very insightful. And I shall catch you later, hopefully this time with a real normal video, because I promise I don't do this shit. Alright, I promise I don't do this shit as a regular anymore. I just felt the need to respond to this just to see what it was about. Anyways, catch you all later, bye bye.